airline is a service that supplies flight services for both passengers and cargo. The air transport sector makes a major contribution to Malaysia's economy. Despite the ongoing challenging environment, aviation experts said that the outlook for Malaysia's aviation sector is brighter in 2022, and it is expected to be the year of recovery for local airlines.
The problem identification is the flight ticket price become higher. Although in pandemic COVID-19, the increase in airfares to Sabah and Sarawak during the festive season is not a surprise for Malaysians, but it is a scenario that is expected every year. With the reopening of the country's borders and ahead of the Hari Raya Aidilfitri celebrations, for individuals who have not returned to see their families for 2 years due to the COVID-19 blockade, they are definitely excited to return to their hometowns. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Dato Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jafar said, airlines needed to find a middle ground to resolve the issue of ticket price hikes to Sabah and Sarawak, especially ahead of the year-end holidays and festive season. However, he said the government understood the business constraints faced by the airlines due to the COVID-19, which affected the company's operations and revenue, and would not interfere in the airline's affairs by setting a certain ceiling price.
The population of the study for the research is all Sabahan and Sarawakian students of UUM.
The sample of the study is a part of Sabahan and Sarawakian students in TISA school. There are 50 students involved in this research. Sampling unit of the study that we use in this research is cluster sampling method. It is a method of probability sampling that is often used to study large population, particularly those that are widely geographically dispersed. Cluster sampling is obtained by dividing the population into sections or clusters, then selecting one or more clusters at random and using all members in the cluster as the members of the sample. In this research, all the Sabahan and Sarawakian students is divided into several clusters, and there are 50 students of Sabahan and Sarawakian from each cluster in TISA school is chosen randomly.
So we'll talk about the variable. Number 1, have you ever traveled in flight? Interest, experience of travel in flight. Number 2, how often do you travel in flight? Interest, the frequency of travel in flight. Number 3, have you traveled in flight internationally? Interest, experience of travel in flight international. Number 4, what is the duration of your most airline flight travel? Interest, duration of flight travel. As you can see, 1 to 3 are qualitative variable and 4 is quantitative. For scale, 1 and 3 are nominal, 2 is ordinal, and 4 is ratio. Number 5, do you even use flight transportation to travel within your country? Interest, usage of flight to travel within country. Number 6, indicate the cabin class you usually prefer when traveling. Interest, preferred cabin class. Number 7, what purpose do you often travel in flight? Interest, purpose of travel. So all are qualitative variable and nominal. Number 8 is, which is your most favorite airlines to fly with? Interest, most favorite airlines. Number 9, which is your least favorite airlines to fly with? Interest, least favorite airlines. Number 10, how would you rate the value of money for the transportation? Interest, rate the value of money for the transportation. All are qualitative variable, and for scale, 8 and 9 are nominal and 10 is ordinal.
The definition of data is that it consists of information coming from observations, counts, measurements, or responses. There are two types of data collection, which is primary data and secondary data. In our assignment that we pick, we use primary data, which is the necessary data that we obtain through a survey conducted by researching. Most of the information that we receive are measuring specific characteristics without attempting to modify the subjects. This method also records human behavior, objects, and situations without asking the respondent. Next, I'm going to explain to you the pros in choosing this type of data collection, which is observation. The pros are, it is a direct observation of actual situation where we can see directly the condition of the place, and also at the same time minimizes the response bias. Next, the cons of this type of data collection is it is limited to specific subjects or behaviors, and also can be very time consuming.
The pandemic has impacted airlines on what they charge. Airlines have clarified that the recent air ticket price increase is due to the reduced load factors for most of its flights. The price of airline tickets also started to increase due to the price of jet fuel, which is the second biggest expense for airline after labor has been rising. However, now the ticket prices skyrocketing, which is an increase of around 566% from April 29 to May 8 festive period.